Ohio gozaimasu. Yes, everyone, welcome. It's yours truly. Yes, the Tokyo real estate man. But wait, no, this is not Tokyo. Actually, this name right here is really 本当に可愛いでしょ。これはNiji Kahama, which means in English, Rainbow Beach. Here he is right there, Niji Kahama. There you go, Niji, which means rainbow. And we're going to look at actually this house that's right here. We're going to get back to it, but I wanted to just, we'll move along the beach here so you can see. This is, of course, in between Chigasaki and Odawara. And I think it, technically speaking, is probably in Hiratsuka. Anyway, we'll get to the details of this after, but that's where we're going to end. Where did we go? There's a nice pool there. We're going to go here. And this, of course, is Kanagawa. Here is Chigasaki. Sometimes I always kind of start here on the sort of micro map, but I thought we could come here and you could look here on the sort of macro, well, it's not really a macro map, but it's a map of Kanagawa, and you can see that that's Hiratsuka-shi, and this is Chigasaki-shi. That means two things. It could be market. Sometimes that means market, but sometimes, in this case, it means city. And you see this one here, it's called Fujisawa-shi. Okay, this is the one area that by the ocean that Nakamura likes. Here is Chigasaki. I used to be, as you know, fans of this channel, all 404 of you right now. We're crawling up there. This is, I used to work in the Japanese wedding business for about 15 years, and I've done a lot of weddings here in Chigasaki because it's a really nice beach town, and it's kind of, out of all of the communities here along the beach, this area, Chigasaki, is the one that the people with a little bit more money, or the people with money, I mean, that's the one they like. However, the place we're going to look at is just over the river here today in Hiratsuka. But before we go there, I thought that we could look at the sort of the map first. And this is the house we're going to look at here in Hiratsuka. This is Hiratsuka over here, as you can see right there. Hira and then Tsuka. Hira means flat, so you can imagine that this area here is flat. That's the word for tairana. It means plain. So this area you can see here, just you can even look in here and tell by the way these streets are made and stuff like that. They're not all that winding, right? Because this is what's known as tairana or hira. Hira means like a plain, so this place is sort of flat. That's a really good geographical kanji in Japanese, hira, by the way. You'll see it also for hiragana right there as well. And this, of course, over here, when we get over to this side, isn't it weird how we have that? My daughter was reading this book in her English class called The Outsiders, and you know the movie, and it's a classic movie of the good kids and the bad, like not the good kids or the bad kids, the poor and the rich. And it's funny how people want to have like status. I'm really not a big status person, to be quite honest with you. However, I am a money person. I just am. That's how my nervous system works. That's how my programming works. So when I buy real estate, I like it to be in these sort of areas where on the right side of the tracks where the valuations are just better. That's just what I like. And I can even back it up here so we have a look. Here, this is the whole, as you can see here, Chigasaki. Okay, sake, that's another great word here. Sake means like a spit. Like here's a sake right here. Here's a spit right there. That's Chigasaki. And you can see here what I always loved about this. What it is, I said to you, but from along being in the wedding business for 15 years. I think I did lots of wedding. I forget where the chapel is I used to work. Probably down here in the sort of main area, right? And then you can imagine the families would come from Tokyo or they'd come from Kanagawa and they would have their wedding here in Chigasaki. And why would they go to Chigasaki? Just because it's a really nice place and it's kind of the oshare no machi. It means it's kind of a stylish place. And that sort of stylishness is seen here in the rainbow valuations. Let's click this red one here. Let's see the top end of the market. And then you see a house here for you say Ichioku Sanzenman, and that's about 1.3 million Canadian dollars. Let's just click this screen. We're just getting a little bit of an idea. And this is a 93-meter house for, you'd say, 3,980 man, which is actually, that's not a bad deal. That is not a bad deal to be in such a great neighborhood right by the ocean. We could, let's click and have a look at it. So what do we have here? Built in 2002, 93 meters of, what are we having? 93 meters of internal space right there, 125 meters of land, good portion of land. Anything that we're looking at here right away has parking, okay? So I have marked off any of the houses that we're looking here have parking. If you buy a house down here by the ocean and it doesn't have parking, no one's ever going to buy it. So, and I like it. It's a great house. Is it really? See what I mean, though? I said to you that Chigasaki is oshare, oshare no kinjo, oshare no machi, oshare no town. You can already see it. It's a really kind of oshare no ie. This is a really nice house, 400,000. It's a great deal. Oh God, you can't even. What are you going to get in Tokyo? You need in Tokyo for that. In Shibuya right now, that's like 20 meters. So, and this is a 93-meter house. It's nice. It's a pretty nice kitchen. And this is really well maintained. It's been lived in for 20 years, but everything is really, you have a user who beats down the house. This one has not been beaten down. There's nothing that needs to be done. And what do you have there? Why do they have a picture here? That's the house right there. But you can see it's captured, but there's a little parking lot with it. That's nice. And it's right down by the beach. This is a great one to look at. And that's, of course, is the Genkon. But Genkon is nice and clean. Everything is here tiled, of course, down there. And look how nice the tatami room is kept. Really, really nice. What is that up there? Is that like an air? That's just a fan up there. Senpuki. Senpuki no Tana. And, oh, look at these cute. This is really cute. Fusuma. Okay. It's just great. It's a really nice house. It's good to look at it. And there's a loft. There's a loft there, I guess. There's a loft up there. The ladder. I had an apartment with a loft. And the one thing, I really didn't like the ladder and stuff like that. But there are so many great designs for building these sort of stair systems up the wall right now that you could do. You could see them online. You could see them on Instagram. The stairs going up. And it looks like these were redone recently, so maybe there's some older people living in this house right now and they're selling. I'm guessing this just looks to be reinforced really well right there. I would say nothing needs to be done with this house at all. It's really nice. There's really no surprise whether we can tell it's empty and stuff right now. Of course, everything's working. It's really well maintained house. 4 LDK, 93 meters, and this is just something that's sort of mid-market. The one we're going to get to in Hiratsuka is half this price, and it's on the other side of the river. But I was looking around on the Google Maps on the other side of the river, and it looks pretty good too. So a lot of people in Japan, if you're coming for a family, if you're coming a person like me coming from Tokyo, I'm lucky because I have Tokyo real estate. That's not too bad a price. That seems really reasonable to me because I'm coming from the Tokyo market, which is more expensive, right? But let's say you're coming from someone coming from the Kanagawa or the Yokohama market. Maybe this is expensive. I don't really think so in some ways, though. It's not too bad. If we come up here to the averages, you'll see here, I just missed here. I moved the map all over. This is just slightly under the averages. And you can see here the averages here for everything basically is 4,280 man, okay? And you say it in Japanese like this, 4,280, and this is the kanji right here if you want to learn man and then en, man en, okay, right there. That's how you learn it. It took me, like I said in videos, I had to really gain a consciousness for Japanese. That'd be a really good thing is to learn how to, if you're any language, people who are interested in language, the Japanese language, it's a really good step that you can make by understanding Japanese numbers, and it really help you when you're living inside the Japanese economy to understand how to read the numbers. Just coda, and mon en basically means five digits, as it were. Anyway, talking real estate, man. What are you talking about? Do we want to move in and have a look at this? It wouldn't be bad to have a look at. You'll see the street that it's on is really nice for sure. Let's go in there. We know that the house was captured, but it's worth looking at for sure. and I will move in. You can see it's right down here, right by the beach. It's a really nice house. Happy to have looked at it. And I'm really happy to see it was so well maintained. I got to move in a little closer here. Move in a little closer. Okay, Google Maps Golden Guy. Is there anyone else that calls it the Google Maps Golden Guy? Probably just me. Probably just me. I always tend to confuse it in my head with that sort of restaurant street in Shinjuku known as Golden Guy. I don't see a house mark here. I think yeah, it's going to be back here. It's captured right here in the back. I'm not sure I can even get to there, really. Or maybe that's it there. That's it right there. I have. Tokyo Real Estate Man, you have outdone yourself. There was that little driveway back there. So if I hit this one, I move down the street. We might move too far. We might actually move a little too... No, there it is right there. I think I've actually found it. And I think you could park probably 2 cars in there. Isn't that great? That's wonderful. You can see other things you can see in the neighborhood. You see older... Always when you're on here looking at real estate, I know it probably... fans of this channel. 404 subscribers to this channel. Oh my god. 本当にこのチャンネル最低だよ。But I really enjoy 最低。わかる？意味わかりますか？英語圏の人。最低は This channel is the worst. What you want to look for is you just look for the signs. You can see the signs of a very good neighborhood right here. The very nice house right here. Fenced off, all clean. This is probably like, look at that. See, like even a family here who has a lot of money, by the way. This is a family with a lot of money. This house is worth, I'm going to guess right now, about $800,000. Okay? They still dry their laundry outside. And if they have a dryer, they might have a dryer, which is known in Japanese as a kansogi. Okay? They might just only use the dryer at the very end. You can see that there's a family here, probably with a junior high school student, I'm guessing, because there's a basketball. Do you know the word for basketball? Hoop in Japanese? That's a tricky one. You know what that's called? It's called a ring, because that's called a ring. Sorry. Japanese lessons from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. 日本語検定1級持ってるよ。見えないんだけど、本当に1級持ってるよ。I'm just bragging how good my Japanese is, everyone. Sorry. There's lots of things you can look at. Look at the cars that are in there. Look at the houses that are in there. Look at that. There's a brand new house right there. So what that means is $400,000 for this house. They're going to get it. They're going to get it. And that house, when we go back to the map, that's a pretty modest house, or not a modest house, but just like a fair deal. It's just a fair deal. And when we push the other ones that are red right beside it, we can see that there's a place for 1.6 million. This is going to be a place for, I don't know, 800. Let's have a look here. I got it right. Hasen 880万 8888. Okay, there we go. See, that's not a really Freemason number though. 888. Mostly for Freemason stuff, you want to have 333 666 999. But then you can see combinations of, you see an address like in New York City where BlackRock is. The address for their building is 345. So 3 and 4 and 5 is 9. So then you can Freemason. Okay, Tokyo Real Estate Man. Okay, the house that we're looking at here today. Look at that one, three green in a row. Is this one right here? We're gonna get to the listing right here, right now. Was that the one we're gonna look at? I think that was the one we're gonna look at. Let me look. I have to go reference the listing, just to make sure that it's, I'm not sure. I thought it was a little cheaper, the one that we're looking at. No, that's certainly the one. And that, you'd say, the reason I thought this was a really good deal is the stuff on the other side of the river in Chigasaki Way is going to be $150,000 more. Maybe if you have a little bit more money, I think that house, just looking from even here from the first picture that's here, that one over there is a little bit nicer, and it's also in a nicer neighborhood. And so actually the one for 3980万, the one we just looked at, I think is a little bit better. But I chose this one because it was cheaper and it was near the ocean. And this one has parking as well. This one, we'll get here to the lead pictures are here at the top. This is a 2-story house built in 2004. 84 meters of internal space, 85 meters of land. It's funny, this was going to be the focus of the video, but I really like that other house in a way. let's go to the pictures right here. There was two kitchens in this one, which I really found interesting. So could you turn this into a house hack? The only problem I had with that is there's a toilet here and there's a bathroom here, but there's not there's no toilet upstairs, but or a system. But you could easily move it because there's water up here. For example, I would try to maybe put a shower in right there because you'd have ventilation right there. So if you want to house hack this one, because I saw that there was two kitchens here, you could put a wall like an actual shower room in there. That was like my idea. We'll go through the pictures and you'll see what I mean. You could see that this was a really nice street. I liked it because it's really near the beach, like we saw in that original. And they're telling the story. It's a very, very beautiful beach down here, by the way, and I've been here many times. I have called it two stages of Chigasaki, or this is Hiratsuka. I have my wedding business years, and I have the years when my kids were just really small, and I would like to go there with them and play with them there on the beach. So I would drive my car out here to, and that's a really good thing to remember, is that people with families in Japan have a car, and if you don't have a driveway, they're never going to buy the house. And the people with the family have more, with families, we generally have more money. Yeah, I don't know. We'll just go to the pictures here. You can see that this house is not as nice as the other one. It just wasn't been used, or for whatever reason, it's just not as nice. Here's that kitchen there, and we'll come to another. There's a second kitchen, and there's a loft here as well. See, there you go. There's a loft right there. I guess during this sort of age right there, these lofts were really sort of popular. At least this place here in I'm going to say Chigasaki, but here, technically speaking, is Hiratsuka. This is the one sort of thing that is difficult with the loft, but it's a really big loft. But right now they are sort of building those stairways up the wall so you'd actually build these sort of platforms inside to the wall, and then they would actually become shelving as well. So if you go on Instagram, you can see how they do it. They do a really good job. Senmindai with laundry inside. It's a nice bathroom. Nice little shower, like a little shower seat here and everything like that. So everything's really nice here. The toilet is a little dated. Like you can see, everyone's sort of renewing that. I've talked about this this is the shelf that you can get, the no screw shelf that you can get in the home center in Japan, which is the land of shelves. Here's the second floor right here. I'm guessing that this is where I'm moving the mouse, is where I thought that you could put the, no, there's already, that was where I was going to put the shower room, but there's already the second kitchen there, and which was my inspiration for this becoming a house hack. Could you turn the upstairs into a suite? I don't know. I certainly wouldn't. I wouldn't turn it into a suite. Oh, I'm too old to have like people living in my house. No, thank you. Yeah, that's, you see what I mean? It's just like, here was the house. We'll go here to the picture. Just that one is the one that I think the one that I chose. The first one I chose is just a way for $130,000 more dollars. Just a way nicer house. Anyway, that gives us a skinny on that right there. The proximity to the beach is really nice on both of these. There's going to be really no surprises. You're really far away from most of the stations. You can see here, this is the JR Tokaido Honsen. Very famous. That's a really famous train. That's the green and orange one. And then Hiratsuka Eki, 23 minutes. So you're pretty, and this is by walking, by the way, 23分. And above here is the JR Tokaido Honsen Hiratsuka bus, 9 minutes. Okay. And I think that's going to be Hamagata. This is Yagata. I think it'll be Hamagata, kana. This is kind of mean. This is the interesting kanji, by the way, like Yatsukateke. It means kind of the high ground. So the high ground in front of the beach. Anyhow, that's how I really learned a lot of Japanese too. Like I really enjoyed the geographical kanjis when I learned it and everything like that, because they repeat so much in terms of the place names. And if you do like looking at maps, like I always look at all these geographical sort of kanjis, like the one Hiratsuka, Hiragana, or like Chigasaki, they all, the Saki and Chigasaki, it repeats in Kawasaki. So it's just an interesting way to learn Japanese through geographical characters. I liked it a lot myself, and I was very happy always to learn, like I was happy to learn money kanji, but I was also very happy to learn geographical kanji, so I could learn to read the maps and everything like that. This, of course, this is This is well, I won't get. I'm going too far into Japanese lessons here today for you, but there, of course, you see right there, Hira, right there. Okay, for your guy. This is. I think it's gonna. Is it? I'm trying to know the owners presently. It says that they're presently living in the space, but all the pictures were vacant. So I don't understand totally what's going on here with it at all. Shoryuken, and of course there is parking with it. We'll come here to the one of the things I really liked about it was this is where I started the video. We started on the video. I liked the proximity it was here from the beach I really liked this a lot, that it was really like you could walk down here and there wasn't an overpass, which I like. A lot of the times when you're down here, when you get into Chigasaki Way, there's a lot of overpasses, but this was one you could easily just walk down here to the beach and have a really, can you imagine you can do the beautiful walking every morning, and like I as a biohacker really like to do the grounding and stuff like that. So walking down here with when you're barefoot would be really just really great for your health, I think, and really great for your lifestyle. I'll try to move in a little bit closer here, see if we can move in here. I got the Google Maps golden guy, and I will drop him right here in front of the house, which I think is going to be let's see, drop him right there. And did I find it? Yes, I always have to turn around the other way when I do this here. And yeah, sure enough, this was a house, and this house is really nothing special, but it was the cheapest one around in the best location. And in a way, that really speaks to how that first house we looked at, it was a real bargain. However, there's some other things I really liked about this Subaru, I think. Here's some new builds that are right here. There's a lot of new builds. So I think my sense is that Chigasaki was really getting expensive. And what I said in my comments, that I'm coming from Shibuya, and because I'm coming from Shibuya, that price of 400,000 or Yonsenman in Japanese is not too expensive for me. But maybe for a family coming from Kanagawa, that's expensive. So this sort of area in Hiratsuka looks to be very popular right now because it's really adjacent to there and the prices are a little bit cheaper. And then also, like, let's imagine, I'm going to extrapolate, but maybe that family here, this family here, they could have bought this house for, let's say, 3,500 mon or $350,000 Canadian, and they got 2 parking spots in a brand new house. And culturally speaking in Japan, that's just really attractive. They just want the new house that's not been lived in. And these are probably built at the same time. But we can meander down this street right here. And you can see, look at the nice cars. Look at these nice cars in this neighborhood. There's a Lexus right there. Okay. There's 2 Nissans right there. This one's a really nice house. Okay. So all these have been built. This was built about 10 years ago. And this was built recently. 3 parking spots. Look at that, 3 parking spots right there. And here's someone parking on the road right there. We'll look across the street. This is nice. Yeah, that one's going to move for sure. That's totally going to move. This is a brand new house right here. Okay? It's even taped. I don't think they even sold it. Like, this one hasn't been sold. This has just been built. Okay? And then see how my comments about parking here are so accurate? Because this has got 3 parking spots. Someone's going to buy it for sure. And then they could have stuck 2 houses in there, but they didn't stuck that there because they know the market. These people, guys like this guy right here, that's what they want. They want 3 cars. That's the dad's car. That's the dad's car. That's the I don't know. That's the wife's car. That's the little extra car. Okay. There's a guy like that, just who wants that right there. Okay. There's 2 cars parking right there. 3 right there. Keep moving down the street. So can you imagine having a house here with no parking? No one's going to buy it. No one's going to want it, man. No one's going to want it. Ooh, look at that right there. Like, even everyone has, this is a really nice neighborhood. I think I've really found some really good samples here today. Oh, look what I just found. Look what I just found. What are they doing here? They're building, they're going to lay the concrete there on the back of there. So is this a brand new house? I don't know I can't really speak toward what's going on here. See if I can read something here. This is, by the way, there you go. Look, Nakamori Kogyo. This is a really cool this means construction, by the way. Kogyo right down. And Gyo means kind of enterprises right there. And Mori, right, you'll know, means forest. You see that? I'm teaching you lots of Japanese things. This means Kabusuki Kaisha right there. More, it could be like Gyoko. Morinaka. I don't know. Could be getting it wrong here. Oh well, there you go. Nakamori design. I'm trying to read from the door. My eyes are terrible. They're building something here. It's interesting. They're doing something here with the concrete. As you can see, they're flattening the land right there. But this looks to be a really great street. Actually, there's lots of stuff being built here on this street right here. It's Toyota Hiace right there. You can see it's just a popular street there by the what is this right here? Let's have a look right here. Brand new house right there, Hiraya. By the way, that's this is Mitsino Rehouse. It's called. So maybe they're like kind of. I'm guessing it says Rehouse there. Rehouse. This is Mitsino Rehouse, and I'm guessing that Rehouse means like they're rebuilding. Okay, and then this is the Hiratsuka Center. So this is the Zaibatsu. This is Mitsui. Okay, this is a really big Mitsui is just a really big trust in Japan, and this is their real estate Hiratsuka Center. This is their office right here, and that means this neighborhood is definitely in play. I did the video last week where the mega banks are. That's where you want to be. Mitsui is one of the mega banks or one of the trusts in Japan, and this is their real estate company. Buken no Toyowase Mitsui no Rehouse. Okay, and I'm guessing that they've refurbished this house right there, and this neighborhood is in play. And I always say you want to go where the mega banks go. It's just a really good indicator. Anyway, look at a couple of good houses here today in Hiratsuka and in Chigasaki right by the beach. Hiratsuka, I'm going to keep looking at this market right here. This is a really good indicator. But most of that stuff we saw on the street there was a really, really good indicator. Always fun here to come to Shonan and look at some real estate. And next time you're in Tokyo, take a little trip out to Chigasaki for the day. It's really nice. You'll love it. Anyway, another video here from the Tokyo real estate man. We can come back here to the master map for a second right there. That of course is Hiratsuka. That is Chigasaki right there. And we did a lot of videos in here. This is Nakaku in Yokohama. So here is really, this sort of area right here is really hot right now. I think that's why Nakamura really likes it. And this area is hot over here, and in this area over here, this of course is Tokyo. Everything is hot up here when it starts getting green. This is Kawasaki. This whole area here in Kawasaki too is booming here as well right now. It's really interesting time to be in the real estate business in Tokyo as the bull keeps running. You're interested in buying, I like that first one we did here. That first one we did. You can come here to the website, Tokyo Real Estate Man website. 本当にこの人の評価どうかな。おお、フロさん話したい。フロさん話す。大好きの外国人のフロさんの東京専門です。Tokyo Real Estate Man. You can always come here to the website. Hit the contact box and you can submit to me. Or the other way, if you don't want to submit to me, is you can leave me an email right there. BJ McCullough, my old school email. The other way to get a hold of me is through here. Oh no, there might be some girl pictures coming up here. I better hit my thing that brings me to my profile. That'll bring you to my profile. Tokyo Real Estate Man. My Instagram, that's my son. Tokyo Real Estate Man. My Instagram right there. Oh no, ad blocker. Thank you very much. Okay, Tokyo Real Estate Man website. I haven't posted here in a while. I better post here soon. By the way, that's a very interesting. How banks control Tokyo real estate collateralization of the apartments. It's another one as I deep I'm really interested in the background of the Tokyo real estate market and the financial interest behind it. Recently I've been doing a lot of sort of deep dives into that area, I would just say. Anyway, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. I invite you to follow the channel, follow the Instagram. いつもこのチャンネル見てるよ。ありがとうございます。今日の動画はもう終わりです。